Okay, so today I'm essentially going to be talking about what is happening in the Hoyoverse scene. Okay, now I tried to record this video in an AI voice changer, but let's just say I'm still working out the kinks. Uh, so, uh, on with the content. Now, it seems that there are content creators who are essentially being openly blacklisted, admittedly, by Hoyoverse. And Hoyoverse are being very nitpicky about the content creators they deem as appropriate. On top of that, any content creator that plays not only Hoyoverse's music, but any gameplay that is not sponsored by Hoyoverse is essentially going to be put as a channel at risk for termination. Now, this is in response to uh, now this is an assumption that people made when they saw the disclaimers by both I Went to Lose Gaming and Braxophone. Alright. Now, content creators such as Mr. Pokey, EO, Box2, Hexjuice, I don't think are going to be essentially being pushed in the algorithm for horror games. Hell, even my channel, which I post MOC content, will not be lost in the void because I'm probably not one of the type of CCs that will promote the game in a light that follows Hoyoverse. Even though I have not, even though to my recollection I have not really criticized Hoyoverse, I'm more along the lines of criticizing the culture of the country that they are in, which made them lead to the decisions that they are making. So, I mean, this is basically nothing new in the Eastern creative scene. Even Joey, the anime man, one of the members of Trash Taste, has said before that in Japan, and I'm paraphrasing a bit, that Japanese companies copyright strike anybody who uses the content in any reactionary videos. This is a response to the whole debauchery of people pirating anime and the anime companies losing money because of this piracy. The same thing in Hoyoverse's perspective, except rather than an anime, it's a video game. And they're doing this to combat leakers. Is this a good strategy? No. Not in the slightest. However, what people don't realize is that any company or any entity that is not the government or the Treasury of China simply does not have the security to combat leakers or hackers. I still, to this day, remember somewhere between 1998 and 2005 that a third grader managed to hack into the Chinese Prime Minister's computer because of a glitch that happened in the pixelated game of Oregon Trail. The reason I remember this little fact is that the little girl actually lived in my hometown in Houston, Texas. Go Astros! I don't watch baseball, so you can roast me for being a baseball lover. Since then, government sectors put terminators around the Prime Minister's office and critical financial structures, but left everybody else to fend for themselves. While there have been improvements, it's still a far cry from what politicians and investors have. That's for the security side of things. What about music? From my understanding, China and Japan have a very prideful and conservative view when it comes to creative works within their borders. Created within their borders. While here in the West, we claim that we are reacting to their works as appreciation and free advertisement, they think we are stealing their work, hard work, for our own personal gain. Now, this statement I make because I saw a tweet made by Cat with a Blue Hat last month, but since deleted it. And recently I happened by it in one YouTuber's community tab by someone who screenshotted it, but for the life of me, I can't find it. However, even with that deleted tweet, it should be no surprise to anybody that this could in fact be possible. I mean, do we need a reminder of the 200 plus videos struck by Toei Animations on one YouTuber? Yeah, that was a thing. Which, to be honest, is actually kind of true. Because look at the reactionary content on YouTube. Most of the CCs don't really monetize their reactionary content, but because of the Suzy Liu incident, and others like her, people in the East simply put a blanket label on all React CCs and either copyright strike the hell out of them to where they lose all monetization and their channel in said genre, or in case of Hoyoverse, nitpick trusted content creators. This is unfortunately the best they could do to combat stolen, if you can see my air quotes, stolen creative works. The same thing happens pretty much in games here in the West, when they insert copyrighted music in games such as GTA, for example. One could argue that you are allowed to play these songs from the game on stream because it's in the game. Well, that's up to the contracts between the performer who's performing the music and the recording studio who's allowing the performer to use the equipment to put all the bells and whistles to make the song. Yes, Rockstar did buy the license to put the performer's music in the game, but ultimately it has to be the recording studios and performer's permission whether you can use, as an individual, as a streamer, as a YouTuber, to use copyrighted music on your stream or videos. The same thing is happening with Hoyomix, except it's creative pride that Hoyo wishes to maintain and not let some losers in the West selfishly profit off their work. Now, I did see Braxophone's video addressing this situation while I was at work in his side of the story. Long story short, it seems Hoyoverse most likely views MTash and Tectone as these crazy political hippies who smoke too much of the funny grass, wearing Rastafarian hats, and praise down with the government, and Hoyoverse probably deems them as a threat to mental health and social well-being. Because Brax said that Hoyoverse prefers not to deal with individuals who slander their company, among other reasons, which, to be honest, how many times has both MTash and Tectone criticized Hoyoverse, and by Chinese conservative cultural standards, they deem their criticism as disrespectful and unintelligent. Does that ring a bell to anybody? That's pretty much how Chinese culture is over there. Now, this is not my words. I am just trying to see it from their perspective and their cultural standards. We all know how crazy conservative Chinese are. I mean, compared to American conservatives, it's kind of hard to tell which one's crazier. I've been gaming ever since my parents got me my first Nintendo with a Duck Hunt bundle and watching anime since junior high. And I can honestly say I have seen some really dumb shit that some of you either were too young to care or not even born yet. Yes, I even know what really went down with the whole lolly controversy. And no, that book, and I know which one you know what I'm referring to, had very little impact on why the term lolly went to shit. But that's a topic for another video. Regres que tempache, and I will see you in the Akron MOC video.